Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal match preview time. Arsenal against PSV second leg. Before last week we thought this second leg would be another big game, but turns out it's not going to be. This is not the first time actually that we have the second game against PSV is basically a dead rubber. Last season it was the same. The second game against PSV, I think we had already gone through to the round of 16, and that second game didn't match. It was already dead rubber. Now, the round of 16 quarterfinals is never really a dead rubber, even if you're like 5-6 nil up. But you know what I mean? I don't even know if PSV are going to bring their players to this second leg. But the two things I'm really looking forward to in this game is one is to see the rotation. And I'm looking forward to seeing the rotation, which players are going to be rested. I think there's some players that deserve to be rested for the Chelsea game, and for the international break, a few of them will go for the international break as well. So we need to keep them fresh for sure. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to, the lineup, and also to see whether we're going to get to 10 goals. We now have 7. Let's just get to 10 goals on aggregate. That would be great. And I've never seen us doing that. So that would be amazing. Those are the only two things really. And obviously we'll watch the game. Obviously we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it doesn't have a lot hanging on it, this game at all. It doesn't have a lot hanging on it at all. We already know what you're focused on, the quarterfinals against one of the Madrid teams, and those games are not until 1 month from now. So we have Chelsea this weekend, and then there's going to be a 2-week international break, and then a couple of Premier League games before playing that Champions League quarterfinal. So still far away. Still a bit of time for Saka to recover. I heard that Saka will be back very, very soon. But again, it depends on how the Champions League campaign goes. If you're already out, no need for him to come back. But again, last week it was great result. Did not expect that at all. Don't think any Arsenal fan expected that at all. Winning that game 7-1, and it could have been 8, could have been 9, could have been 10. We had a few disallowed goals in that game as well, so it was very, very comfortable. And I would expect the same this home game. And this whole season, really, we've not had time to rest players at all. We've not had an opportunity to rest players at all, be it because of injuries, be it because lack of players on the bench to rotate with the ones in the first team, be it because we've had so many important games following each other. Like in January, you'd usually rest players for an FA Cup game against a Championship or League One team, but we had Man United, and then right away we had Newcastle in the Carabao Cup, and then right away we had Aston Villa and Tottenham in the league. We didn't have any opportunity to rest any players at all. And there's you're going to see my lineup later, but there's 3 players who really they didn't have anyone to rotate with them. Odegaard and Timber. Timber has played way too many games this season. He hasn't really had anyone to rotate with him. Now Ben White is back, and Odegaard, I think, has played way too many games. Some games you could see is clearly tired. He needs to be, taken off, but you don't have anyone to bring on. And some games he hasn't played well at all, but you don't have anyone else to bring off the bench. So I think those players need a break. But we'll come to the lineup because those are not the only ones at all. So in terms of breaking down the game, do we really have anything to say, really? We talked about momentum after the PSV game, but that one is already out of the door because we drew with Man United and now didn't play well that second half at all. So again, it's just about finishing touches in this round and going to the quarterfinal, and then making sure that we beat Chelsea over the weekend, because we don't want to be dragged into a top 4 race. If Chelsea beat us this weekend, that is what is going to happen. But if we manage to beat Chelsea, then it's just about finishing the season and looking forward to the transfer window, and hopefully we don't mess up this time. But for this game, nothing much else to say, really. Nothing much else to say. I'm interested to see how we play, because in the Champions League, teams play up and against us and you get a lot of chances and a lot of goals. In the Premier League, you don't get that against a lot of teams. I'm interested to see how PSV approach this game. Are they just going to, come and just defend and hope it doesn't get to 10? They go and come and try and attack and score a couple of goals for pride, make it 8-4 and aggregate to something? Or they just not turned up for this game at all? It's going to be interesting to see how they do it. But the most interesting thing about this game, as I said, is the lineup. So which lineup am I going to go for? Now we have a few players back, like Ben White and Martinelli. So it's an opportunity to rest players. So this is the squad I have for this particular game. So in goal, David Raya for sure. I'll keep him there. He has world-class saves over the weekend. Absolutely world-class saves against Man United. Maybe they could go for Neto, but for me, I'm just going to go for Rab. Neto will probably not be here next season. I don't think so. He's also been kind of unlucky or signed that he couldn't play in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. We were drawn against Man United, so he couldn't really play any games. So Ryan go. But as you can see, the defense is very much changed. So I have Lewis Kelly at left back. He came on against Man United. I have Calafiori at centre back. We haven't gotten too many opportunities to see Calafiori at centre back, I think, apart from Carabao Cup against Bolton or someone. So this is an opportunity to rest Gabriel. Play Calafiori, play him next to Saliba. Now you can say play Calafiori next to Kivia, but I don't want to rotate the entire 11. I don't want us to go and lose 3-0. So Calafiori and Saliba next to each other, but try and get a couple of goals in the first half and then not that goals is a problem in this picture. I think you've already won it, but you know what I mean, just try and keep it safe in the first half, keep it at a 6-goal distance, and then at halftime you take off Saliba. But again, I don't have a problem if Saliba rests. I still think we'll be okay when if Saliba is rested together with Gabriel, because I know Saliba will go to France. They'll play both games, so Gabriel the same. So we need to rest them for at least this game that we've gotten a chance to rest them. So Lewis Kelly, Calafiori, Saliba, and Ben White. Timber completely rests for me. I don't want to see Timber at all in this game. Saliba, I want him off at halftime, bring on Kivio. And then obviously later on, maybe you can take off Lewis Kelly and bring on Kieran Tin on that side. That is my plan for this defense. Midfield, how many changes have I made? Well, for the midfield, I've gone for Partey, Zinchenko, and Nwaneri. The last 2-3 times Zinchenko has come on the pitch, he's played in midfield. And I'd like to see him there once again from the start this time. Now, Merino is an option there. He played as a number 6 against Man United for a few minutes at the end, and he made a couple of mistakes, almost cost us. But we don't have too many other forward options, so Merino is really the only one that we have. So we have to be using him up front, even if he gets rested. So Zinchenko plays in midfield. So Declan Rice, just like Timber, I don't want to see Declan Rice anywhere near this game. He's been very, very good for us, especially the last 2 months. Even the games where we've lost, even the games where no one has shown anything, he's the one that has been standing out and doing something and working hard all the way to the 90th minute. For example, against PSV, the guy was running in the 93rd minute when he was 7-1 up. That is the kind of energy we love. So Declan Rice rests for me completely. Partey starts, but second half, take him off for Jorginho. And then Nwaneri starts in the number 10 position. Now rest for Odegaard. I don't think since he came back from that injury back in November or something, he's even gotten a rest at all. So Odegaard gets rested in this game. So Odegaard, Rice, Timber, Gabriel, all 4 of them get rested for me. And I don't want to see any of them coming on in this game at all. None of them, You can even leave Declan Rice at home if you want, or they got at home if you want. Just, let them leave them up on the stands watching the game. So Gabriel, Timber, Rice, Odegaard, give Bukayo Saka some company up there. They'll go and watch the game with him. And then, so that is the midfield. Changes in the second half, you can bring in Jorginho and for Partey, and then Zinchenko doesn't usually play. Nwaneri, give him 70 minutes. He was subbed off early against Man United, no problem. And then up front, I'm also trying to protect the players who are going for the international break too. So up front, Sterling starts on the left side. Another opportunity for him. Surely he does something in this game. Martinelli starts on the right side and Trossard starts up front. So there, we don't have too many other changes we can make. I've already brought in Sterling for Merino. Merino can come on later in this game. Trossard, ideally, you'd want Trossard to score in the first half, and then at halftime you take him off. I would like to see Butler or Deji getting at least 30 minutes in this game up front, and this is the opportunity to. So Sterling starts on the left, Martinelli on the right. Martinelli can also come off later. We don't have too many players, to be honest. So what you would do is, with this starting lineup, ideally, the substitutions would be at halftime, I take off Partey for Jorginho, I take off Saliba for Kivio. 60 minutes gone, I take off Trossard for Butler or Yedeji. I take off Sterling for Tierney, move Tierney to the left wing, Sterling to the right wing, and then you take off Lewis Kelly for who else is left on the bench. I don't even know. We only have Tierney or Yedeji, Kivio, Jorginho. Did I forget anyone? We don't have too many other players on the bench, really. So maybe a youngster, maybe Kabia comes on in midfield or something. But yeah, that ideally that is what I want to happen. Saliba, Partey off at halftime, Trossard, Martinelli off around the 60th minute, and then the last sub, I don't know, maybe even a Merino can come on. I don't know, move Zinchenko back to left back, have Merino in midfield, whatever you're going to do. That is what I'd do. So that is my starting lineup. Let me know if you'd agree. Front line, what would you do? Would you start Merino and still put Sterling out of this game completely, even if it's already done? That is my starting lineup. I think that is good rotation, I'd say. With Rice, Timber, Gabriel, and Odegaard getting a rest. We're going to see Oyedeji in this game, Tierney coming on, Kivio coming on, Jorginho coming on, hopefully. What I think Atsa will do, I think Jorginho might start ahead of Partey. I think Sterling will start. I think he would start one of Odegaard or Rice, one of them. Maybe still have Noneo on the right side. I don't know. But for me, this is an opportunity to rest players because those players, most of them are going to go for the international break. Gabriel, Saliba, Odegaard. So we have an opportunity to rest them. And yeah, with big Champions League games coming up next month. Premier League, just try and secure top 4. That's all we can do. My prediction for this match, I'm going to go for Arsenal 3, PSV nil. I don't know how PSV are going to approach this game. If they go with their fast team players and you rotate defensively, they will get a goal. So it could be like 2-1, 3-1, but I'm going to go for a 3-0 win. I'm going to go for Martinelli to score. Calafiori, he's going to play centre back for me. So Martinelli to score. Why not? Zinchenko to score because I've seen him getting into the box a few times in these games he's played. And Nwaneri to score. Hopefully Sterling can score, but I think it's a bit crazy to predict it because he hasn't done it almost the whole season. So 3-0 win for Arsenal. That will make it 10-1 on aggregate. And then make sure you beat Chelsea this week, and that's the only thing we can do. And then I think another much needed international break. Right now, I don't actually mind those international breaks and all that. It's tough to look forward to the Premier League games. And for me right now, I'm just looking forward to the Champions League games and May as well. Let's see how we do in the Champions League. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.